Hello guys, Bustle from Us here, and I have my 33rd place at the Garden City Regionals, and it was top 48, so I did get my invite, and I played PK Fire. So let's get started. I played one Tour Guide, obvious, three Terror Top, and 1 second Talonborg. I played three Boots, two Cloak, and one Red Gloves. I'm pretty sure it's like the standard things for them now. One Graph, one Seer, three Scarm, three Farfa, one Calcab, one Libic, one Barbar. Some people are cutting Alec, but Alec is really good. I like it a lot. Then I also played two Maxi and one Gamma Seal. I was going back and forth between two Gamma Seal and one Maxi, but I didn't think I was going to verse as many Blue Eyes, and I was right. Maxi was just better against the Metaphos deck if they were flipping multiple counters. That's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. 3 Lower Darkness, pretty standard. I only ran one Pot of Desires instead of the two I ran at the Columbus Regionals, because I wanted to run a 40 card deck, but I didn't want to be decking out, and I don't know, I just didn't like 2 as much as I liked the 1. I don't draw it as much, but when I do draw it, I feel good because I won't draw another one. 1 Foolish Burial, standard, 1 Twin Twisters. I just side decked the other 2. It's pretty much only good for like vanities. 1 Rhoda. Just search out a PK, really easy side out card. Onto the traps. 3 Fog Blade. I've tested it at 2. You just need the 3rd one. 1 Warning. 1 Vanity's Emptiness. 1 Wing Blast. Wing Blast was pretty good in testing, but I only saw it once at the regionals, and it was to bounce back a Vanity's Emptiness. But then he just activated Card Demise and just drew right back into it, so I lost that game. And that was the same game that he Starlight Roaded my Twin Twister. And then 1 XYZ Reborn. This card is really good. It can bring back cards like Beatrice, Levier, F-Zero if they like Kaiju it, Nightmare Shark for game, and just stuff like that. So this card is, I think this card's pretty good, but you always side it out game 2, and the only way you'd keep it in is if you play against the Demise deck in game 3 if you lost game 2. And you know that you're going to be going first. Onto the extra deck. 2 Break Swords. I don't like just 1 Break Sword. You already have a decent amount of extra deck space. 2 Levier. Never need a 3rd one, but you always use 1 for a first turn combo to make Levier Beatrice, and you keep Levier alive, then you win next turn really easily, and you keep advantage in case if they stop it. 2 Dante. I ran 3 at Columbus, but 3rd one never came up at the regionals, so I think 2 is just going to be what I'm going to run now. 1 F-Zero. 2nd one came up 1 time in testing, but that's the only time it's ever came up. 1 Beatrice at 1. 1 Purple Dante for the 1 Beatrice. 1 Nightmare Shark. This card's pretty good. Last round it won me my first game and my 3rd game. 1 Mechanical Engineer. In case if they cherry away they Dante, you can bring this out and then actually live. 1 Giga Brilliant and Digital Bug. Digital Bug can not just equip the Giga Brilliant, it can re-equip the Max C because it's an insect. 1 Dark Rebellion Dragon for the Break Sword. And then 1 Grand Pulse. And my round, side deck. 3 Flying Sea, Mirror Match going 2nd. 3 Ghost Ogre going against Metaphos, going 2nd. And then also, if you play against Cosmo Demise or Blue Eyes, I always side in 1. Just because against Blue Eyes, sometimes I'll stop the Sage with this, that way they can't make a Spirit if my hand isn't that great. And then also if they go Tribute for 0 Eyes on my standby phase to try to stop the Kaiju, I can Ghost Ogre it. Then also, against Cosmo Demise. You just hit the tin can the turn that they demise. And it's pretty good. 3 Vanity's Fiend. Saturday going first against every deck unless if it's like some stun ass spin deck. 1 Regeki. Blue Eyes pretty much. That's it. 2 Twin Twisters. Going second against trap decks. And I side deck 1 against the mirror match if I see them running a decent amount of traps. And then 3 anti-spell for pendulums going first. Then, okay, my round pairings were round 1 I played against Blue Eyes, 2-0'd him, he was pretty bad. Round 2 I played against Pepe, lost because he top decked Joker and ended up bringing out Kieran and stuff and I can't beat that. Round 3 I drew with the mirror match because game 1 he opened up really good. Game 2 I bricked, but I ended up tying with him because I brought out Vanity's Fiend, he fog bladed it, then I flying seed him, then I brought out another Vanity's Fiend. Then round 4 I played against Cosmo Demise. Beat him 2-1. This guy was Starlight Roaded me. And he would have beat me, but he thought there was only 3 turns in time. So he ended up saying pass, and that's game. But we ended up having to call a judge, and there was 5. So he lost because I was able to F-Zero's Forerunner and bring out Purple Dante and poke him. Leave us at a like 4,000 some difference. And then I had warning set, so it was game. Round 5, Cosmo Demise. I beat him. Game 1 was pretty easy. TT'd me, which made it take longer. Game 2, I ended up winning because my hand was pretty bad, but I ended up top decking Foolish Burial and just played off the PK for most of the game. Round 6, I played against Metaphos deck. Game 1, he Void Ogred, Emptiness me. Had no out to it. I ended up Fogblading the Void Ogre during standby phase, but then he just Metaphos pop, Emptiness, chain 3 counter, and that was going to be game. And then game 2, I ended up anti-spawning him, but he ended up terror topping me, and then when I thought I was going to be able to make a comeback, his desires draws were max C and flying C, so I lost that game. Then next round, round 7, I played against Metaphos, and game 1, I drew pretty good. Game 2, he could have ended up bringing out a Kieran, but I don't think he saw it and just messed up his scales. So I ended up, like, killing him that turn. Then, round 8, I played against the Shurenudi zombie deck, and I ended up beating him game 1 because he ended up, I would have beat him 1 turn earlier, but he used the Rise to Full Hope or whatever. And then on my turn, I ended up having Break Sword and Beatrice and stuff. Got over Crystal Wing, Leo, he chained Omegas, which ended up killing him. Then round 9, I played against Blue Eyes, and game 1 I won from Nightmare Shark. Game 2 I lost because of Kakamori Draco, and I probably could have survived a couple more turns, but there was only like 40 seconds before time, so I hurry up and side decked for like 20 seconds. And then game 3, I opened up pretty good. He ended up kaijuing my Beatrice. I ended up like stopping him throughout a bunch of plays, and then I had game on board one time, but I ended up messing it up because I could have Break Sword popped the Dante, popped his Blue Eyes, but I ended up Break Sword pop itself, pop Blue Eyes, and I already had 4 monsters on board, so I left him at like 1900 or something. But he ended up misplaying by banishing my Fog Blade. But either way, I was gonna be able to make Nightmare Shark. So I just made Nightmare Shark and poked him for game after he had like Cypher and Dark Matter on board. And that's it for the tournament. That's it for the deck profile too. Like, comment, and subscribe. Boss of Moss signing out.